Time to make some rhubarb blueberry jam. Here I have 4 cups of rhubarb, 4 cups of blueberries, and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. We're just going to let that start to cook down, and then we'll add the sugar. The jars are all ready. Let the rhubarb and the blueberries and the lemon juice just start to break down and get soft. Keep it stirring. Don't let it burn on the bottom. You're only looking at like a medium high heat. Rhubarb has a lot of natural pectin, so this jam recipe, we don't even use pectin. I definitely want to leave chunks. This is a jam versus a jelly. A jam has chunks. A jelly is just using the juice of that fruit. So now I'm going to use my blender. That's it. Okay, so plenty of chunks still in there, and now we're going to add our 4 cups of sugar. Okay, we added the 4 cups of sugar. Now we're just going to let this jam simmer for about 20 minutes, and it's going to start thickening up. So you don't want to do like a really hard boil. You definitely want to bring it back up to a simmer. And we wait. Give the jars a stir to get any air bubbles out. And now we're going to clean the tops of those jars before we put the lids on to get a really good seal. Hand tight, not Superman tight. Hand tight. I'm going to shut off the heat because it's been 10 minutes. We're going to take the lid off and just let them rest for 5 minutes before we take them out of the water. So today we're going to make a small batch of jam. I have 4 cups of rhubarb, 4 cups of strawberries, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and a pinch of allspice. You're going to let this boil and then bring it down to a simmer. Let it thicken up. We're not going to need any pectin again because we are using rhubarb. Rhubarb is loaded with pectin, so it's going to thicken up all on its own. After about 10-15 minutes, you'll notice that your rhubarb is getting soft enough to go ahead and use the blender. Leave chunks because it is jam, not jelly. And now we're going to add our 4 cups of sugar. Bring it back up to a boil. Simmer it until it's the consistency of the jam you want. Again, the longer you simmer, the thicker it will be. I'm just going to keep letting it simmer until it gets to the thickness I like. Great time for me to go clean up a few dishes, because when these are done canning, I'm going to go pick some blackberries. Look at that color. Just so nice and red. So again, just waiting for it to get to the thickness that I like, and then I'm going to put it in the jars. While they're boiling away, I washed all the dishes. Strawberry rhubarb jam. And a little extra just for us can go right into the refrigerator. Another project done. Yay! So when it comes to homemade jams and jellies, I just don't use them for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We use them for on top of yogurt. We use it for when we make homemade donuts and want to put a filling inside a donut. I mean, there's just so many things you can do with jelly and jams. You don't actually just have to think peanut butter and jelly. You can think of pie fillings, so much yumminess, and all from right here on our little homestead. Look at how beautiful they are. Picking has begun. Purple everywhere. We just have ripe berries everywhere. Everywhere, 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 everywhere. Everywhere. Yay. Good blackberry harvest today. There's a trail where animals have been walking, eating the berries. My guess is deer, fawn, groundhog, something. All the way up the field. Would you just look at the abundance? So many. So a long time ago, I would say 2004, Jason came up with this great idea for me. It's a cooler without the lid. Handy dandy rope on it. And when I fill that one, there is one on my back. My hands are free to pick berries. It took much longer to walk back to the back 40 than to actually pick these, because there was purple everywhere. So usually when I fill up these 2 containers, I usually have about 16 cups. So the first 16 cups of blackberries have been picked for 2023 season. Yay! Woo! Hotter outside than I thought it was. So I came in and I'm in the air conditioning now, and I already put in the freezer 16 cups of the 2023 Blackberry Harvest. I will be making jelly, but I'm not doing that right now. I just wanted to get some in the freezer for muffins and all kinds of other goodies later on in the season. Now we're going to can up some cranberry jalapeno salsa. You're going to need 1 bag of cranberries, 3 small jalapenos cut up small, 1 large scallion, and 1 big bunch of cilantro. You will need the juice of 2 limes or the juice of 2 lemons, 1/8 of a teaspoon of canning salt, and a pinch or 2 of pepper. Use the pulse button on your food processor just to kind of chunk them up. You don't want to pulverize it. You definitely want to leave some chunks. Lemon juice. Once the cranberries start releasing some of the juices, go ahead and add in your jalapeno and your onion. 1 cup of water in the cranberries, and the cranberries will start breaking down. You don't want it to become mush, but we definitely want it to become like a jelly. And then I added the jalapeno, and I added the onion, the salt, a little pinch of pepper, and then of course the lemon juice. Okay, I added everything to the salsa, and now we're going to put it in our jars. Everything's doing really, really well. Makes me very happy. Check out the cosmos and the zinnia. Yay. All the marigolds. Petunias. Time to pick some more tomatoes. Beautiful, healthy plants. Almost time to trim them again. Cherry tomatoes. Look at the abundance. So somebody wanted me to clarify the difference between indeterminate and determinate tomato plants. I have indeterminate. What indeterminate means is they're going to go straight up like a vine. They're going to grow like a vine. These things could get, 8, 10 feet tall. I think last year's ours were almost 6. And it'll just keep giving you an abundance and sending off shoots and flowers all season long. The only thing that's going to kill an indeterminate tomato plant is frost, or you don't water it. The determinate is grows like a big bush. It only gets so tall, about 3 or 4 feet, I'd say, and it bushes out, and it's going to give you one big crop, and then poof, you got all these cherry tomatoes or tomatoes to do with. I like indeterminate because, as you can see, there's some that are green, there's some that's red, so I don't have to process a whole bunch of tomatoes in one day. Just a couple tomatoes, maybe do a few jars of sauce, or maybe just eat these fresh right in a salad. It's about to rain again today. Do you see this? This is an artichoke. First one popping right out of the center. Beautiful, happy plant. And she is the first one. Let's see how the other ones are looking. Oh, it might be starting. Check out the sunflowers. Bees are very happy. Another day I don't have to water the garden. Look at all the Scotch bonnets. They're everywhere. Here's the cherry peppers. Quite lovely. Oop, tomato fell on the ground. I gotta go get that. Check out the cayenne peppers. Just huge. And they're still popping off flowers. They're just gonna keep going. I'm not going to melt, so I'm going to stay out here in the rain. These poblano peppers are as tall as my shoulder. No joke, people. No joke. Yay. Every year. I love poblanos. Such a stunning pepper. Great for stuffing. And they're all loaded. More flowers. We've been eating a lot of these. We had a few green peppers, but I'm really trying to leave them on here until they turn red because I use the red pepper in my Scotch bonnet salsa recipe. So I just go ahead and grow the red peppers that I'll need for that salsa. Look at all the Roma tomatoes. Everywhere. It's going to be another good harvest. All the cherry tomatoes. A couple of people asked me, what do I do with Brussels sprouts? Okay, so perfect example. You see how they're starting to form? Just get rid of those bottom ones. Don't start from the top. Start from the bottom. These ones on the top are too small yet. I prefer to wait till they're about that size before I get rid of their leaves. So there you go. They cannot tell you when it's time to pull them. I'm going to do the same thing on these down here. These ones are still a little too small, so I'm gonna wait. Brussels sprouts. I think we're good here too. I just did it about 3 days ago, so yeah, I think this one, that one. There we go. Brussels sprouts. Remember a while back ago, we were talking about the eggplant and how they got the flea beetles so bad, so I covered them up, got rid of the flea beetles, but still a lot of damage. But they took off and they're so happy now. Not only are they flowering, we now have eggplants. So the eggplants are turning out to be a success. The celery is doing fantastic. We've been eating on it, and then of course I'm going to be freezing it for stews and things over the winter months. The gourds are happy. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Big yellow one. Gourds. Check out the beans. Doing great. Still trying to climb. Just keep twisting them amongst themselves here. There we go. Someone a while back asked me to talk a little bit more about the mason bees. Mason bees only have 2 jobs, and that's pollination and survival. And then they go ahead and put a little egg, a little baby in there, and some food. And then they come in your garden and grab little pieces of, leftover plant material and some mud, and they fill the hole. And there's a baby in those holes, and when they're ready, they're going to come out. Mason bees are great to have in your garden because they're going to help you with the pollination, and you're going to help them have a place to put some babies. Mason bees, guys. Here you go. Cute little house. We're going to have a great bean harvest. Crawling right up just like I wanted it to. Can't wait for fresh beans. Now remember, I would have already been picking beans, but the debacle was the squirrels ate all the seeds and the chipmunks, so I had to do a replant. But I knew I had enough time. I'll probably get some beans, I'd say, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Sweet banana peppers. Pumpkin. Another day I don't have to water the garden. Sunflower. This has got to be, I don't know, 6 feet tall anyway. I'm going to have to measure this one. Look at all the sunflowers that are going to open up. Pretty. Corn. I try to get 3 to 4 ears of corn on every stalk, minimum. So I'm constantly helping them with pollination and just shake those tassels. Another great reason why you can plant corn so close together. There you go. Give them a shake. This corn is almost ready to be picked. See how it's turning brown? We'll be able to pick that soon. Yay, corn. Butterfly bushes. The scarecrow has survived every hail and windstorm we've had so far this year. Yay, Mr. Scarecrow. All the plants are enjoying the rain. Well, it's raining harder now, so we're definitely going in. And we picked some tomatoes today, so yay. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us here at P&Js Homestead Adventure. Don't forget to use that hashtag #EveryBitCountsChallenge to follow along with Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead and all the other great channels that are harvesting and preserving this month here in August. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.